Hi, this is Rhonda White, and this is my lesson on the second grade persuasive writing lesson. I don't have any kids today, so I'm going to walk you through my lesson. And what it's going to start with, my opening is going to be, I'm going to read aloud a book called Thank You, Sarah, The Woman Who Saved Thanksgiving. And what this book is about is Sarah here is upset because most of the states don't celebrate Thanksgiving. And this is back in colonial times. This is in the 1700s. And some states that do celebrate Thanksgiving, it's on different dates. So what she did was for 38 years, she wrote letters to the president asking him to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. Of course, they were persuasive letters, and that's what this lesson is going to be about today. After I read the book aloud, I'm going to hold a discussion with the students, and we're going to talk about the book, talk about what type of letter correspondence Sarah wrote, what it would feel like to write letters and be denied for 38 years. And after we discuss the book, I'm going to remind the kids that we've been talking about persuasive writing, and today, and it being January and National Letter Writing Week, we're going to learn how to write a persuasive letter. And so what I did here is I want to be up in front of the class on an overhead projector with something like this, but since I don't have that, I tried to get everything down here on paper. And I chose this to help the kids see that the parts of a letter is kind of like our body. We have the heading, which is the greeting and the date and the address. We have the body of the letter, which is the heart of the letter, and that's where we do most of our writing. And then at the foot of the letter, we have our closing and our signature. And then after we go over this, each child will also have a handout, a printout of this here, and it has some nice abbreviations, and it tells a little bit more about the heading, the greeting, the body, the closing, and they'll have that on their desk while I'm going over this on the overhead. And then we're going to talk about our persuasive writing, what we've been talking about during the earlier part of the week. And we've been using these idea webs and asking ourselves questions before we write our letters. And what I'll do here is, with the children, we're going to write a letter to the superintendent of Tomball ISD that we're going to tell him that we want a 4-day school week. So I'll go through this with the students, and I'll go through this list of questions. What's the problem? And whatever the students say, I will write here. Who gets the letter? I'll write what they say. Why are changes needed? It could be to help save on gas for the school buses, electricity for the school, maybe cut down on absenteeism, and of course the 3-day weekend of rest and relaxation. And then here, the final one is, how can we fix the problem? And whatever their ideas are, I will write them down here. Next, we will take this information from our idea web, and we will create our letter. And this, of course, will be on the overhead projector. And I will, with the students, starting here with the heading, the date, I'll ask them, what the date is. And then as I write here, I will let the kids know where the capitalization is going to be, the punctuation, and how to write the heading the proper way. The same with the greeting. It'll be superintendent, dear superintendent. And then, of course, I'll make sure we have a comma here. And then we'll take our information from our idea web, and we will write the letter, the body, and then the closing, I will explain to them. It could be sincerely, regards, yours truly, and then, of course, our signature. And then if I see that the kids aren't grasping it, I will do this over again with another idea, and they get to choose what we're going to, who are we going to persuade, and what we're going to persuade them. And then after we write the letter, I forgot to tell you that we have a revising checklist, and we'll go over this together. And I'll ask the students, have I clearly stated the problem? We'll look. Okay, yes, here it is. Check. Yes. Do I tell how the problem can be fixed? Do I give supporting details? Have I used persuasive words and phrases? Have I used the correct letter form? So after we have this lesson and guided practice, I will separate the students into collaborative groups and give them a few choices of persuasive letters that they can write together. One could be called paper, plastic, or cloth, and they can write to their congressperson explaining why we should use or not use paper, plastic, or cloth bags. And then after the collaborative group, I'll have students volunteer to come to the front of the class to read their letter. And then, of course, then there's going to be independent practice where the kids can write a letter on their own. They'll have a chance to do that too. And I'll take volunteers to share those as well. And to close this, that will be the sharing part. And then we're going to sit down and discuss if they like the writing the letters, why or why not, and how important it is to learn how to write, especially now when we have emails. We do communicate more writing than we do verbally, texting. Of course, I said emails, and that seems to be the technology of the future. So this is my lesson. I'm sorry I didn't have any kids to really get into the nitty-gritty of it, but I hope that you got the gist of it. And it's been great learning with all of you, and good luck in the future. Thank you.